I think this is a tough fight.
He's the better boxer of the two, Stannionis. He's a smooth puncher, pressure.
And I think he's got Stanionis, got awkward style for Ennis.
I think it's going to be quite a close fight.
I mean, I think it's a close fight. I'm going to go for Stanionis.
I think Ennis is quicker at punching.
Well, I think Boots is going to win. He needs to be the proper version of Boots, the full power version of Boots.
I think you're going to see good boxing skills, pressure, counter punching.
Welcome back to Boxcast. In this episode, we're going to look at the upcoming fight between Jaron Ennis and Eimantas Stannionis. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This is taking place on the 12th of April, 2025 in Atlantic City in USA. It's going to be shown on DAZN, I think, in most of the places. And it is for the IBF World title, the WBA Super World title, and the vacant ring welterweight title. So this is taking place. Let me start with the tail of the tape. Jaron Ennis has 33 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, 33 fights in total. He's got 29 wins by KO. He's age 27. He's 5'10", which is 178 centimeters, and he's got a 74-inch reach, which is 188 centimeters. And this fight's at 147 pounds, which is 66.7 kilos, and he fights out of an orthodox stance. Eimantas Stannionis has 15 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. He's had 15 fights in total, 9 wins by KO. He's age 30. He's 5'8", which is 173 centimeters, and he's got a 68-inch reach, which is 173 centimeters. And he also fights out of an orthodox stance. Simon, your thoughts? You are a fan of Ennis, so
Tough fight, this.
It's a unification fight, which is about time.
Yeah.
Should we start with how Ennis wins?
Better boxing skills. Much better. I see. He's the better boxer of the two, Stannionis. He's a smooth puncher, pressure. Wears their opponents down.
Well, should we start with Stanionis's
Don't know.
road to victory? How would he? Ennis's do what he does, isn't it? He's got the better skills, so he can fight out.
Yeah.
Fight at his distance, control the fight with his boxing skills, and he has got the pop if there's an opportunity there.
Styles make fights. I don't think this is going to be a...
I think this is a tough fight.
Yeah, it's a very tough fight.
And I think he's got Stanionis, got awkward style for Ennis.
I think it's going to be a lot close. I think it's going to be quite a close fight. But I've been waiting for Boots to really shine.
Because we have said this one before, he's as good as opponents.
Yeah. But I don't know whether Stanionis
is the right opponent to make him shine.
Because he's not a massive name either, Stannionis. He's a great boxer. He is.
And he's world champion.
He's world champion in a, let's be honest, not the most stacked division at the moment, though, is it?
Well, they've all moved to 154 in the super welterweight. That's where the stacked division is. This one's a bit less.
But, like you say, unification.
Well, I think at this moment in time, they're probably the number 1 and 2 in this division.
Yeah, Boots cannot take this lightly.
Which is why I think it's the ring belt is on the line.
Stanionis himself and his team will be really confident that they can beat Boots. I don't think there's going to be a knockout in it. Can I see an upset? Is it an upset if Stanionis beats him? I think it is, isn't it?
I think it is, but not as big as people think. Well, if I got I was checking the betting. It's not actually as wide as I would have thought it'd be.
No, it's not going to be wide, I'm telling you, because this Stanionis, he's a good fighter.
Boxer. It's like 1-5 on for Ennis, and then 7-2. So it's -500 to +350.
It's actually
is a little bit wider than I would have thought, but yeah, it's not like wildly there. Probably because of name. Not as many people know who Stanionis is. I mean, I think it's a close. I'm going to go for Stanionis by points.
That would be genuine. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Because we need a shock. So it's about time there was one.
But I don't think your shock's going to happen in this one.
It might not.
I think this is where Boots does.
I think if Boots turns up properly, then he should
shine.
Whether he can get him out of there, I think that might be trickier. But I think he has enough of the boxing skill to outbox. But I'm predicting that he's not going to fully turn up, and that's why I put it on Stannionis to win. Let's write it down.
I think Ennis might like the fact that, I mean, because Stanionis is a come forward fighter, pressure fighter.
Yeah.
He's a smooth, like I say, he's a smooth puncher. I think Ennis is going to like that.
So you can have Ennis.
I think Ennis is going to...
Points?
Yeah, it's going to be like 116, 114, 115, 113.
Close points. Yeah, I think it's going to be close points as well.
I think Stanionis is going to have success.
Well, I think if Boots is going to win, it needs to be the proper version of Boots, the full power version of Boots. Then I think he has got the advantage. But we haven't seen him in a few fights, so that's my concern of him is whether...
No, I think this is the one.
That he's going to turn it up.
Yeah.
I mean, he should do, because it's a unification fight. So it's to show your actual... it's easy to talk, show that you're actually that good. To make yourself a bigger name, because if this is an opportunity to do that. So you can't really go, well, yeah, it's not a name. All right, it's not, but it is, because it's another world champion.
Stanionis, good record.
Yeah, he's a good fighter.
Yeah, he's a fantastic amateur record. I think he had like 140 wins in 161 fights or something. European Championships. You've got to watch these Europeans, mate. We're good.
Eastern Europeans are good.
We're good.
Lithuanian.
They know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. They're tough.
I mean, there's a few people predicting. I've seen a little bit. I don't know whether that was just the clickbait title, but there's a few going on. Well, actually, Stanionis should be the favourite. Should we win? So I think there is a little bit of...
This honestly, this is a tough fight. Mm-hmm. This is no walkover for Ennis, I'm telling you now. And I'm a massive Ennis fan.
Yeah. I thought you were going to be more one-sided.
No, this is...
Stanionis.
This is a tough fight. And like I say...
Well, hopefully it's a really good fight, so it's entertaining. But
I think you're going to see good boxing skills, pressure, counter-punching.
Do you think they go toe-to-toe?
No, Ennis isn't that stupid.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It depends. If Ennis will take a couple of shots off him, just to feel what his power's like.
Yeah.
And if he thinks he can take his power...
Yeah, then... But I don't think he'll go toe-to-toe. Then I think
he might try and go on the front foot, Ennis.
Yeah.
How will Stanionis react? Will Stanionis take a backward step? These are questions that need answering now.
Yeah. That's what we're going to find out.
And I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we will find out.
Will Ennis try and take centre of the ring? Should do.
He should do. I think that's the thing, if he feels the power and he goes, yeah, okay, I can deal with that, then I think he will probably go on the front foot.
This ain't going 12 rounds.
Okay.
I've just decided. I've changed.
Go on. You have a KO?
Yeah, there's going to be a KO in this. A devastating one.
Okay, go on then.
It's going to be in round 6.
Okay, I like it. for Ennis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's going to walk Stanionis onto a big...
So you're banking on that Stannionis isn't going to back up, so he'll catch him on something?
No, do you know what it is?
Happen.
I think Ennis can win this easily.
Yeah.
By just staying on the outside.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah. I think he'll want to make a statement.
I think these two are going to go bang.
Mm-hmm. And then you think Ennis has got more?
I think Ennis is quicker at punching.
Yeah, I'd probably say that. I think he's got a fast hands.
And that's what's going to help him out in this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Stanionis will be able to deal with his speed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can see that.
And that is my
So you
prediction.
think Boots is going to turn up and he's going to put it on?
Yeah, and
make a statement.
I think his hand speed's going to be the key in this fight. Don't get me. Ennis is going to get. He's going to take some punishment.
Yeah,
he is. But I just think his hand speed's going to
rule in his favour.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Boots turns up, proper Boots, then I think, yeah. But we haven't seen it, so on that basis, I'm going to give. I think if he doesn't, I think he's in trouble, and that's
and again, it will not shock me if Stanionis wins, honestly, because I've made it sound like it's an easy win for Boots Ennis. It's not. It's going to be.
Well, if it is, then tough. He is the real deal.
Yeah, if it's an easy win for Boots,
he is the real deal.
But I don't think it's going to be easy.
I think
it's
closer than that. Yeah. But I think, I think if Boots turns up, he boxes.
If I'm saying it's a 6-round knockout, it sounds like it's an easy fight, and them 6 rounds are going to be hell.
Yeah, it could be very tough.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he should win. He's got more experience. He's a younger fighter as well. He's got the height and reach advantage. He's probably got the pop advantage and the boxing skill advantage. So you would expect on that. But, guys are dangerous. So if he doesn't put it all together, though, I think, it's a tough fight.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stick on Stanionis by points. Just to have them both covered, basically, isn't it? In case it's an upset. I think it would be an upset, but not it's not a huge upset. But it is an upset if Stanionis wins.
Oh, it should be an upset for his future partners.
Yeah. So that's why I think, your one could happen because he may, I need to, if I make a statement here, I'm really in the, if he pulls that off, he's back right in the mix. Not back in the mix, he's back. He's made his statement thing that, where I can call out these people. I'm big enough now. Rankings, like we've said, he's number 1 and 2. So it makes sense fight. And it's a unification, which we like to see. If he pulls it off, who next? Just to unify more. There's Brian Norman Jr., who's unbeaten as well, but I think a little bit fresh yet to get into that. And Mario Barrios, who's a WBC champion, and WBO is Brian Norman Jr. Unify, or does he?
Conor Benn.
Dependent on his net result of his fight, or just?
It's an easy fight to make, isn't it? Because they're both matchroom. I think Ennis will want Marios Barrios, though.
But in terms of box office, do you think Conor Benn? Especially
over
if he pulls
here,
off
over in the States, I think Marios Barrios.
Will make a bit more. And he is the belt holder.
Or Tim Tszyu.
A different weight class.
It's only one weight up.
Oh, you mean he steps up to fight?
Yeah.
Well, he has said. But then how do you think he fares in that division? Because that's already super stacked.
Tim Tszyu's a good measurement for it.
Yeah.
If he takes care of him handily.
Yeah, then he's in the mix. Still tough division, but yeah. But the thing is this, at least then you got the fights. The level of fights are a bit bigger names than the ones in this division.
but aim high.
Well, I think his age, I think I would probably go try and do the unifications, because it could be 1 or 2 fights. He could do that in, and then you're undisputed, and then move up, and then at Tim Zoo, let Tim Zoo get back to speed, and then
Not even Tim Zoo.
Well, there's a few in that, in him. There's Xander Reyes. There's who's
Ortiz,
cute Puerto Rican. Ortiz, I think, would be a little bit step too far as your first fight in there. Although he hasn't got a belt, so it'd be good big scalp for both.
Thing is if he goes, I think it's the WBA, don't you become automatically, if you move up in weight, you're automatically the mandatory, aren't you?
Yeah. So who's the WBA guy? It's Crawford.
There you go. Boom. Ennis Crawford.
Gets made.
Didn't I say last year, Ennis Crawford? I'm sure I did.
Yeah, we might actually get that fight then, isn't it? To make it the fight that everyone wanted at welterweight, but might get it at super welterweight.
Crawford's holding belt hostage.
He's got a good plan there.
He's not fighting. Fights once a year.
Well, he's got Canelo this year, isn't it? So probably for next year that's vacant.
Has he?
Well, we'll see, but it seems to be...
He should be stripped of that belt, taken off the pound for pound. My thing now, right? If you don't fight...
The problem is there's nobody there to give it
3 times a year, you're not on the pound for pound
list. He's not going to fight 3 times, is he? Because he's only going to have 1 or 2 more fights. So it could be that's the next fight.
You're taking off the pound for pound, sorry. That's the new rules.
Crawford.
They're the new...
After Canelo.
My new rules.
Yeah.
You're only a pound for pound if you fight. All right, I'll let you off twice a year.
Well, normally I would agree, but on who they've got in that list of the WBA, I don't think anybody's really worth giving a belt to. So
doesn't matter.
And I think, to be fair, I don't think Ennis wants him to get stripped of the belt, because then he can jump up and fight him and get the belt. So yeah, I disagree on that. But let us know what you think. Do you think Simon's idea is good, or
how can you be a pound for pound if you only fight once a year?
He can be.
You can't.
This is all what he's done before. He is the pound for pound.
Sorry.
Number 3 or whatever.
He's not even 2. In the top 10 anymore.
He is.
My top 10 is completely changed. I am going off people who are active.
Okay. We'll have to do that in another video. Any more to say on this? I think that's it.
I'm looking forward to it. I am really looking forward to this.
Because sticking to your prediction?
Yeah,
6-round KO for Ennis? Okay.
I think I'll
stick to my points for Stanionis.
It's going to be a good fight, this.
I hope so.
Trust me.
Got the ingredients for.
Trust me.
They are a bit like awkward styles for it, but I think if it works,
honestly,
it could be a good fight.
I'm not going to let you down.
If it's boring. You're going to call it
boring.
No, you've built it up too much. Although, to be fair, we did say that about Joyce and Hergovich, and it was really...
Well, we said that could go either way.
Because it could either be really good or thingy, so hopefully this is... Yeah, I would expect so, because it's unification. Neither of them are beaten before. Neither of them will want to lose that, and neither want them to lose their belts. They'll want to get the other belts. It's a big opportunity for both of them. They're not that far apart in age. Yeah, I think Ennis has a bit more experience, but I think it's a good fight, good matchup. Things we want to see, unification fights. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. What do you think of Simon's plans? Do you think Ennis or Stanionis? Do you think people are underestimating Stanionis? And then what do you see is next for the winner? Yeah, because we haven't said what Stanionis wins, but we'll leave that for when the after fight. So yeah, let us know what you think, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you very much.